you ready to take your investment game to the next level? Introducing Digital Investor, your ultimate guide to mastering the digital marketplace. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Digital Investor brings you cutting-edge game theoretical strategies, expert insights, and real-time tips and tactics to analyze, evaluate, invest and grow your wealth. Don't miss out on the digital revolution. Visit www.nickblacknex.com and start your journey with Digital Investor today.
All right. We got everybody covered. Hello. Oh, yeah, it's already Happy New Year in Australia, isn't it? All right. What are we talking about today? We got some fun stuff. Micro strategies. People are starting to they're starting to figure out this bullshit ass Ponzi scheme. So we'll talk about that. Trump and Jerome are on a collision course because Trump will do all sorts of stuff, and Jerome and his band of idiots, they don't have any idea what they're doing. So they say they're not a political organization. They're behaving quite politically. So we'll see what all that means. We have a cool article I found about SUI and their decentralized science agents, DeSci. Apparently you can put DE in front of anything, and it's decentralized. That makes it really cool. So once you have something that's decentralized, it's super cool. So there you go. DeSci. DeSci, everyone. DeSci. Hello. You can't feel homeless every time, Cisco. You can only feel homeless once. What's up? Why does it keep... Can you guys hear background music? I can't hear anything. You hear it for a few seconds and it just goes away. Oh, now it's back again. Very tricky. This StreamYard, man, sometimes it grinds my gears. Hello. All right. Okay. That's right. D11. You're everywhere, and you're decentralized and disintermediated. What? Anyway, so we'll talk about that. It's kind of interesting. And then we will, if we have time, we'll talk about more dummies. There's more dummies. 2024 has more dummies. Oh, did you see that Do Kwon of Luna? Remember lunatics, all those douchebags? Do Kwon is back. He's back, baby. And what I mean is back in the United States after extradition proceedings in favor of the U.S. My guess is he's going to end up with 25 to 30 to 36, 24 to 36 years. Because he took it one step further than even scam, bank run, fraud chicken. He didn't play stupid. He played the a-hole. He told everyone to go F themselves. And joked with regulators. Ha, 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 come and get me. Ha, ha, ha. Well, they got you. Coming back from Montenegro. Probably better here than in Montenegro. Although I don't know, if you have a lot of money, he was paying off judges and everyone else. Hopefully they'll go get the guys from Three Arrows Capital at some point. Kyle Davies and Zhu Shu. Stupid scumbags. God, those guys are so scummy. I guess they're not going to be able to pick up their $150 million yacht that they used investor money to pay the down payment on. Isn't that weird? They won't be able to go get their yacht. When your down payment on a yacht is $50 million, that ain't a yacht. That's a battleship. That's a destroyer. That's a sub-tender. That's some military thing. Ain't no reason to have anything that big. Anyway, so we'll talk. But yeah, he's back. All right. If you guys have any questions, we can look at the markets. They're kind of melting up a little bit. Maybe have an up day for the last day of the year. That'd be kind of nice. I mean, they're not up anything significant, but they're up from where they were, and that too is a victory. Victory. We has it. So why don't we go over and have the markets in the background, then I'll go through the news. And then you guys can get on with your New Year's partying, your shenanigans. So, yeah, let's get on over there. Let's see. All right, let's see. The total space is 3.3 trillion. So down, we almost touched 4 about a month ago, but those days are gone. Those days are behind us. We are now sitting at a fat 95,244, which is up 3.5% on the day, down 3% on the week. Anyway, we're not anywhere near the 108 where we were a few days back. Ethereum 3,400. That's kind of cool. Again, up 2.5 on the 24-hour, down a little bit over 2.7 on the 7-day. So these things are flip flopping a little bit. XRP, no one really cares except for a bunch of degenerate losers. Doge, kind of also no one cares. Cardano, less people should care. But yeah, so just a general 3 to 5% kind of melt up. Algorand, that's odd that they would have such a shock back up. No one is using it. I'm gonna say no one. I mean, Silvio and the 16 people that work there are probably using it, but that's about it. Nobody meaningful is using Algorand. How about that? Which is weird because there is no Bitcoin without Silvio Macaulay. And look at how, I mean, he's fine because he got rich off of the Algorand original sale. But that project has summarily S the bed ever since then. And they've done nothing. I mean, nothing in the crypto space, period. But even reaching out, they have zero legitimate enterprise products. They don't do very much volume. It's kind of like Tron, only not as scammy. This is delicious. It is sundae. It's chocolate caramel sundae flavored with creamer. Oh yeah, some good stuff. All right, Cosmos. Was there any high flyers? Jupiter. Okay, melting back up. It's almost 84 and a half cents. We'll call it 85. We'll give it some 85. Up 6 on the day, but down 6 on the week. So it's kind of split the difference from the damage it took. But it's down on the 30-day quite commandingly, down 32, almost 33%. That is a kick in the newts. Sei, which is a knockoff, spammy bullshit copy of Sui, up 3, down 13, down 38. Nothing special there. Their high was 114, but that was right after they launched. This is a spammy project that a lot of people spam around on Twitter. So I'm sure it'll have another run. But as far as being significant, I think it's just a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff. Are we Okay, up 5, down 7 on the week. So it got back about half of that. So everybody's gotten back at least a quarter to a half of their losses, except Harmony One got punished hard. Harmony One was up, it's doing really good. It was up almost at 5 cents, and then it got cut. It was over 3 cents, and then it got its wings clipped a little bit. But it's a layer 2, and a lot of people aren't talking about it because it's kind of an obscure one. But I think when the layer 2 discussions start next year, which they will when the Ethereum discussions ramp up, then it'll be about the layer 2s. You're going to see Optimism and Matic and some of these other periphery layer 2s probably have some excitement. I would imagine Graph Token as well because of that, just getting lumped into that, GRC20. Well, we'll see. Yeah. You're not using Algorand, Howard. It's just a placeholder in your portfolio that it's a place that doesn't grow. It just sits. It sits, and you make no currency units from it. Sia Coin and StoreJ, interestingly, they're kind of not neck and neck. They're just neck and neck in this portfolio, separated by 40, 45, 46 places in the top, whatever. They're both kinds of distributed data. They're data plays. Sia Coin is kind of the spammier one, and yet it has almost twice the market cap. Isn't that crazy? StoreJ is a much better project. I think it's a better project. Who knows? It had popped up to just recently about 75 cents and it sold off. Interesting. JLP up about 2%. It's just a stalwart. This thing just keeps grinding. And look, its all-time high is $4.30. It's at $4.25. So it's a nickel away from its all-time high. And I'm guessing it's going to continue to grind upwards. And again, that's a play against Jupiter when you don't want to sit in Jupiter. But for more on that, we would go behind the wall and talk about all that kind of stuff on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then if you're a digital private client, on the private stream on Saturdays. Yeah, that's right. They have a private stream on Saturdays. Okay. DeBridge, better than it was, but not as good as it was. It got up to about 5.5 cents. It sold off. It got a good chunk of that back today. So we'll see. How Grant and Noonet in talks. Hypercycle got up to 23 cents almost yesterday. So it's up and up. I suspect with some announcements, whenever they got the green light to talk about stuff, now it's up to them to put some press together, some media. Yeah. Ooh, there's only 100 people here. Cool, we can do this. What are your plans tonight? Are you guys going out, staying in? We're going to a restaurant. We're going to let them clean our mess. We're going to go to a restaurant and do it up. Who here is going? Give me a going out or staying in. And if you have any weird, crazy plans, I would be interested to hear those. Anyway, NoNet. Oh, wait, the price is finally the actual price. Sophia continues to grind down because no one gives a shit about Sophia because they won't even launch their goddamn project. Cogito. It's a spammy dumpster fire, but it is up. It is up on the 30-day, a third from what, 2.1 cents, 2.2 cents to 3.4. Wow. Mind-blowing. Twin is at 4 cents. It's actually below its launch price because they don't have a product yet. They still don't have anything to do. It doesn't matter how many times I text them. It doesn't matter how many times I message them on Telegram. Hey, what are you guys going to do? You guys going to give people a reason to use the token? Ever, at all, ever? Anyway, we'll see. It'll launch one of these days. We'll be able to build our twins. It'll be amazing. We'll have twins. I wonder if there'll be a point where our twin can just be in the chat, twinning, just chatting, twatting, twin chatting, twatting. That does not sound good. Oh yeah, the fireworks. Damn. Listen, it's July 4th is crazy. It looks like you're in like 1983 Beirut here in LA. But It gets pretty good on New Year's also. I said the stuff that they didn't blow up earlier, they blow it up on New Year's. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, that'll be fun. Drink some eggnog. So you guys are eggnog drunk. I just bought some more eggnog because they stop after this. You can't get it, so you have to load up on your eggnog right now, and that'll carry you through April. I mean, you might get sick to your stomach around February because it's out of date, in March a little bit, but man, you'll be thanking me in April when you still have some eggnog left over. Buttercup. Oh, eggnog is the best, and I found like a special eggnog. It's the best eggnog. It's the best eggnog. It's the greatest eggnog. There's no better eggnog. Yeah. So there we go. 17-year-old sausage. Not a fan of the fireworks. Yeah, animals. The cats don't really. They just sit at the window. They just perch at the window. There's a window right here. You can see down into the valley, and you can just watch stuff blow up. That'd be cool. But no, we're gonna go to a steak restaurant. We're gonna eat steak, and they have all sorts of good stuff. This place is great. It's gonna cost me a small fortune, but you know what? There's only one New Year's Eve per year. That's actually not completely accurate. Depends on where you are. There's probably plenty of them because there's different time zones. Okay, no, none of what I just said matters. Changing diapers. Well, congrats on the newborn, and I'm sorry to hear that you have to do all the diaper stuff. It'll be fun though, right? While the city explodes, doing some diapers. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into this douchebag. Oh, real quick, show of hands. Michael Saylor is or isn't a douchebag? You can just do it with a thumbs up emoji if you want to, and if not, is a DB or is not a D. So just say DB or not DB. So I'm sure there's some Michael Saylor fans here somewhere. Someone's got to like that lazy-eyed psychopath who, just conveniently twists and kind of pivots the truth to people. Someone's got to like him, right? Doesn't someone like him? He's such a douchebag. Anyway, MicroStrategy shares drop 8% after year-end Bitcoin buy, raising concerns over leveraged strategy. Yeah. MicroStrategy shares plunged more than 8% following the recent $209 million purchase of Bitcoin. In the 8th consecutive week that MicroStrategy has bought Bitcoin, the company may need to borrow more money or issue even more shares to keep buying Bitcoin. Yeah, because of their goddamn debt service, man. It turns out you can't use a credit card to pay off a credit card, to pay off a credit card, to pay off a credit card, to pay off the first card, right? Like that daisy chain, that too shall pass because you will pay some interest. This guy, man. So MicroStrategy experienced a wild day. This is yesterday as its shares dropped by 8% after it bought Bitcoin worth $209 million as the year comes to a close, causing some observers to raise concerns about its leverage strategy. Oh, really? Who's so brave as to step forward a year later? We were calling this guy out, man. Me and Brandon have been calling this guy a piece of shit for years. I mean, years. Matter of fact, I went, Jerry Hall, buddy of mine. Good. I like Jerry a lot. We used to do a show together. Jerry's great. He works for Hypercycle now. He interviewed Michael Saylor. And I told Jerry, that guy is a compulsive gambler and a crook. Like, not a crook, but like a con man. I said, his strategy is bullshit. This company's bullshit. What he's doing is bullshit. What he's saying is bullshit. He's basically bullshit. And everybody's like, you don't get it, man. This guy really and so people started quoting his stuff. We think Bitcoin, we look at Bitcoin as a form of digital energy. What the fuck? Shut up. Digital energy. You know what? Electrons, man. Electrons and photons. Quit trying to make shit up because Michael Saylor said it. Don't parrot that guy. If you're going to parrot somebody, don't parrot Michael Saylor because you look like a fool. Anyway, fast forward a couple years, people are starting to suss that what he's doing is, tantamount to a Ponzi scheme. So MSTR, that's the symbol for MicroStrategies. Make sure you don't own it in your portfolio. Bought its Bitcoin before the trading day began on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange yesterday, 1 hour after the trading day was opened. Its shares dropped 5.3% from 318.89 to 302. At the close of the trading day, the company had recovered and was trading at 302.96. So I guess it ducked down even further. According to Google Finance, yet it again fell 3.19% during after hours trading, bringing the price down to 293. And I guess it's, I don't know where the actual where the price is right now this second. Matter of fact, what I can do is I can give you this little thing, this little Gussie right here. See that? See that right there? You got that right there? Here, I can take this banner off here. We don't need this banner. We're beyond banners. We've graduated beyond banners. Let me get to go to markets. We'll go to market background music. Okay. Yeah, that sounds markety. Anyway, MicroStrategy's plan to raise its number of authorized shares is growing some concerns among the public, the people that would fund this stupid idea. Anyway, MicroStrategy has been purchasing Bitcoin for 8 consecutive weeks since October 31st. During this period, the firm added 194,180 Bitcoin to its reserve, which currently stands at 2,093,180 Bitcoin. In its latest filing, the company said it sold up to 592,987 shares to raise funds for Bitcoin purchases. On December 30th X post, the Kobesi letter shared that the market was uneasy with this move. Oh wow, what an amazing thing to put in your special information letter. The market was uneasy. No shit. MicroStrategy also borrowed a bunch of money from convertible notes and debt issuance. The company may need to borrow more money and issue even more shares and more convertible notes to keep buying more Bitcoin. We talked about this too. As the market cap gets bigger, their ability to just simply buy up tokens and jack the price, well, at least assist in the price, goes away. What they're doing doesn't move the needle anymore. It takes too many currency units to move the price of Bitcoin around for these guys to have any effect other than just selling. If their ridiculous proposal is approved, the total number of shares could rise. Again, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to try not to laugh as I say it. It's not like they're asking for a little bit of money. They're going to raise their total shares from 330 million to 10.330 billion. So what do they want to do? Well, I'll tell you. They want to add 10 billion fucking shares out of thin air. Just print them into existence and sell them to a bunch of fucking idiots, because that's what you are if you buy this asshole shares. So the situation is obviously difficult for the company with risks on both sides. Yeah, you would think. MicroStrategy bought less Bitcoin as its stock dipped. So although MicroStrategy has sustained its Bitcoin acquisition strategy, it's recently resorted to buying fewer Bitcoin than in earlier days. Why? Because Bitcoin costs more and their shares are starting to go the opposite direction. If one goes south and the other goes north, you can't buy as many Bitcoin. During its security filing last week, the company clarified that it purchased $561 million worth of Bitcoin, a drop from $1.5 billion the week before. So a drop by 2/3. That's a big drop. The drop is louder than December 9th when it bought $2.1 billion worth of Bitcoin. So now we're at 1/4 of what the buying was just 2 weeks ago. And there apparently is no clarity on why the weekly purchases are systematically declining, with some speculating that's becoming expensive to purchase Bitcoin when the price levels are high. Oh, really? No shit. So you're telling me that your shares are going down, you sell them to buy Bitcoin, which is going up, and you can buy less Bitcoin with your shares that are going down in price. Oh, wow, that's going to take some fucking math whiz from Caltech or MIT to put that together. We need a spreadsheet. We need a chalkboard to put all that together. I mean, there's no clarity. Well, there's obvious clarity. Stock go down, Bitcoin go up. You can't sell stock and buy more Bitcoin if that's inversely proportionate, stupid. Anyway, the most worrying concern for investors could be whether MicroStrategy is becoming less bullish on crypto, given that despite Bitcoin's growing. No, this guy's not less. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. The guy's not less bullish on Bitcoin. It's that his idiot investors are less bullish on buying a stock that it doesn't. You don't get Bitcoin if you buy MicroStrategy shares. You get MicroStrategy shares, which the senior note holders, they're the only ones that are going to ever see any of that Bitcoin. Because if the company went into insolvency because it couldn't continue this bullcrap and it couldn't service it's, again, supposedly this debt is structured way, way, way out in the future, 8-9 years in the future, and Bitcoin would be $3 million a coin. None of this would matter. But if those, I don't think Bitcoin's also going to get down to 30,000 ever again. And that's what it would take to bankrupt MicroStrategy. So the Ponzi scheme probably plays out. But it is a Ponzi scheme. What's going to happen, though, is I believe their shares will start to lower and lower and lower and lower because there'll be less interest. Basically, you're buying those shares. You're an asshole. You're just creating the volatility that the convertible note holders get to mine. You're just a stupid asshole if you own those shares. Because, again, if you own equity, first in line for dividends, last in line at liquidation. If you own senior debt, convertible notes, but like senior debt, you're the first in line at liquidation, but you don't get any dividend. But you don't care about a dividend. There's no damn dividend. You don't care about that. You want to be able to basically mine the volatility that the dumbass share traders are creating for you. So those are the dummies. MicroStrategy's product, their product, what they give to the universe is shares. They print shares. That's their fucking product. You need to understand that. I hope no one in here, no one owns that, right? Certainly no one owns that. Oh, I gotta check it. No one owns that, right? I mean, I will say this. If you bought in when all the idiots were buying in, over the last 4 years, their stock is way up. Should it be? Absolutely not. But is it? Yeah. Why? Because apparently dummies are going to dummy even in the super educated finance space, high finance, stocks, equities, and bonds to an extent, because people are they're giving him convertible notes that pay zero. It's a zero coupon bond. You're giving this fucking asshole money for free. Good for you, PJ. Good for you. Yeah, I hope everybody, I mean, people made money on it until recently, but people made money on it. But people are starting to wise up, right? They're like, okay, wait a minute. Like, this doesn't make sense. So what MicroStrategy should trade at is the par value of the Bitcoin that you could liquidate. And then you would say, wait, why do I own these shares? You shouldn't own the shares. Well, they may have been up 10x yesterday, but Eric, they're not up 10x today. And that's fine. Look, I want everyone to make money. I'm not a hater on anybody making money. Even people that win the lottery, good for them, right? Like, they made some good money. Oh, give me 2 seconds. This is the furniture guy. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, I got to do this. Hold on. Give me 2. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I had a broken coffee table. It cracked, and I have insurance on my furniture, so I get a new coffee table. I mean, just replacing the old coffee table. And I've actually never had coffee on the coffee table. Anyway, moving right along. We bashed we bashed Sailor far long enough. Okay. What was that Giga Chat? Oh, yeah, this douchebag. You remember this guy? God, what a jackwagon. Let's do this. See if I can get that in there. Oh, all right. They're going to war. The Fed and Trump are set to collide in 2025. Where should we expect trouble? Well, the longstanding tension between President-elect Donald Trump for his second term and Federal Reserve Chair J. Powell, Jerome, his name is Jerome, give him the full name, are expected to take center stage again in 2025 with economic policies and institutional dynamics setting the stage for potential clashes. They're beefing. These mofos is beefing. Okay, Donald Trump, reelected November 2024, frequently criticizes Powell. Oh, he made an interesting statement. He said, if I told Powell to resign, he would. If I asked him, he wouldn't. Jerome Powell's like, I have no intention to resign. Bitch, if you big-eared fuck, if you got the phone call, you would absolutely resign. Yeah, I don't know who this guy thinks he is, man. These guys, they're not even a government institution. So anyway, this raises questions about how the relationship between the White House and the Federal Reserve might evolve in the coming year. Throughout 2024, Trump publicly attacked Powell's leadership, arguing that the president should have a greater influence over the Federal Reserve decisions. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. On the campaign trail, Trump claimed Powell had gotten it wrong a lot. That's absolutely true. And that's absolutely true. It's unequivocally true. Anyway, Trump suggested that his administration could re-examine the Fed's independence. I think that's also a good idea. Federal Reserve spending is now under a microscope. After Trump's re-election, Powell forcefully dismissed rumors of being removed from his position, which is funny. Guilty dog barketh. I think the lady doeth protest too much. I think Powell will kind of get in line because he can be dismissed. He can say whatever he wants. Listen, man, when the president says you're done, you're fucking done. That's it. So you can say what you want at your little press release dinners and your luncheons, a bunch of fat old white-haired fools. The president calls you and says quit, you quit. You tender your resignation. Done. Analysts expect renewed friction between the administration and the Fed. Mr. Trump has appointed billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk and businessman Vivek Ramaswamy. Boy, that's a tough one to say without sounding culturally stupid. Anyway, to head the Department of Government Efficiency, the DOGE. The duo has pledged to overhaul federal spending, and their plans could include significant changes to the Federal Reserve, and this would be awesome. Musk recently called the Fed absurdly overstaffed. Also correct. On his social media platform, hinting at potential workforce reductions. That's going to be cool. According to a report at Yahoo Finance, which Yahoo Finance is really getting their information from Microsoft, but that's neither here nor there. Did you know that all their search is powered by Bing? Did you know that? There is no Yahoo search anymore. They just plug Bing in. So they haven't done search in years. Anyway, the Federal Reserve employs approximately 24,000 individuals across the United States. 24,000. Let me say that again. The Federal Reserve employs approximately 24,000 individuals across the United States, with 86% of its workforce stationed in regional reserve banks. What a bunch of bullshit. Oh, that is incredible. The headquarters in Washington, D.C. houses 3,000 employees. Unlike most federal agencies, the Fed operates independently of taxpayer funding because it's not a federal agency, financing itself through revenue generated by government securities. Despite its independence, critics do not see the Fed's operational expenses as significant. In 2024, its net operating expenses were budgeted at $7.1 billion, roughly 10 basis points, 0.1% of the federal government's total budget. Historically, the Fed has sent excess reserves to the U.S. Treasury, transferring nearly $1 trillion between 2012 and 2021. Now, listen, excess revenue generated on a market that they get to rig. So it's not quite so simple. Remember, they're swapping back and forth treasuries. They're not a money dealer. They don't deal in money. So you got to don't get it all twisted. Trump's economic policies clash with the Fed's current plans. Trump recently announced plans to impose steep tariffs, 10% on imports from China, 20% on goods from Mexico and Canada. These measures aimed at boosting domestic manufacturing are projected to have significant economic repercussions. I think it brings everyone to the table and it gets everyone negotiating, and I think that's the real value in it. A chief economist, Gregory Who Cares, warned that, because no one really cares what economists have to say, that tariffs could lead to stagflation. Oh, they're going to drag out the old stagflation thing, marked by slower economic growth and higher inflation. He estimates that the tariffs would reduce U.S. GDP by 1.5% in 2025, while increasing inflation by 0.4%. Financial market volatility could also follow, adding pressure to an economy already grappling with persistent inflation. That's very arguable. We're grappling with the end of a supply shock. We don't have the always and everywhere pervasive month-on-month, year-on-year inflation, other than the slow kind of grinding debasement that we've seen. These guys confuse things. They like if oil prices go up, they'll be like, it's inflation. And then oil prices go down. They're like, well, no one's driving. Why? Because inflation. Yeah, but oil prices are going down. Yeah, inflation. Okay, buddy, inflation can't be your answer for everything. It can't always be inflation. Like a little kid. What's your favorite ice cream? Chocolate. What's your favorite milk? Chocolate. Do you want to go to the bank? Chocolate. We're going to school. Chocolate. Okay, we get it. Chocolate. Not all experts share this particular douchebag's concerns about inflation. St. Louis Fed President Jim Bullard, who served during Trump's first term, argued that the growth-reducing effects of tariffs might offset any inflationary impacts. We have to see it to see it. Yeah, exactly. Let's see, a BS job that shouldn't exist. What is an example? I mean, at this point, secretaries, people that work in data management, like people that just move data around. Like if you take a pile of information that someone else gave you and you do something with it and give it to somebody else, you're fucking useless. You don't really have a job. You're a placeholder. Most people that work in automated factories, placeholders. Do you hear about like all the restructuring that's going on with Nissan and basically Nissan and it's not Honda. Is it Nissan and Honda? Anyway, they might get jammed together because otherwise Nissan is bye-bye. There is so much if you look at what percentage government jobs are of GDP, it's astronomical. Meaning the government prints money to pay people and then they call that prosperity. Oh, that's gross domestic product. How is that GDP? It's so stupid. Yes, but it's being forced, Mike. That's the thing. It's being forced. It's not like they went into, basically, there is no Nissan. If this doesn't go through, yeah, pretty much. That is completely accurate. Pretty much everybody who works on a computer. I mean, it's pretty hard to find a job that isn't obviated at this point. It's going to be great. It's going to be a pretty interesting next 4 or 5 years. It's going to be a wild time. Anyway, the detriment to the world economy would outweigh any price effects, Bullard noted, casting doubt on the notion that tariffs alone would drive inflation higher. Interest rates are now in question, again, because the Federal Reserve is a backwards-looking agency that does forward-looking guidance, forecasting a more cautious path for interest rate in 2025. Markets anticipated that the Fed funds rate would drop slightly to 3.9% by December, compared to the current target of 4.25 to 4.5%. However, these projections look rather too optimistic given the potential inflationary pressure from Trump's economic agenda. Again, they're just guessing about guessing. None of them have seen anything. All they do is look at 6-month-old data that's wrong, by the way, 6-month-old wrong data that not always, but mostly gets downward revised. And they make stupid prognostications about the future that they are always wrong about. Remember, it was last June, this same asshole on the left of your screen was saying higher for longer. we might raise rates. And then 45 days later, then they're talking about a cut in September of 50 to 75 points. Remember, higher for longer. We're not cutting. We're not. Anytime we're not ... just throw it in the trash. You see the ISM numbers that came out? Holy smokes. It's like the worst since 2020. The worst ISM. Oh, man. Like, these dudes can say whatever they want. They will do what the market tells them to do. It's not the other way around. These guys they're so, the conceit, the contempt. Anyway, financial analysts from the Financial Times noted that the Fed's cautious stance could diverge from the more aggressive rate cutting strategies of the ECB and the Bank of England, further complicating the global. Yes, because if the world's cutting, guess what? The Fed's cutting. They like to think that they sit at the center of this universe. No, they do not. Trump's economic policies combined with Musk and Ramaswamy's cost-cutting initiatives may pose significant challenges for the already failing Federal Reserve. While the Fed has historically operated with substantial independence, tensions with the White House could test that autonomy. I don't know why we have a Federal Reserve. I'm not sure what the Federal Reserve does. I'm not sure what the Federal Reserve does that we need. Like, I really don't know what they do that we need. Yeah, that's it. Can anybody here think of some reason we have to have the Fed? He said I was friends with a local assemblyman. He had an office in 4 or 5 towns where all he did was employ his relative. Yeah, God. There's so much nepotism and government. Oh, it's just so fucking dirty. And it's just like all those douchebags that ran for city council, but like hundreds of thousands of them, millions of them, all the worst. Oh, just the worst. Anyway, let me figure out why I don't get no more music. Go back to here. Okay. Let's switch gears. Let's go talk about DeSci. DeSci. What is DeSci? Well, let me throw this little placard up here. DeSci. SUI DeSci agents launch a platform to democratize longevity. Yes, we should all longevity. Oh, I heard. I watched a little blurb thing where I don't know if he's a scientist, but apparently he's a speaker on health and new age medicine, and he's at the forefront of like longevity. And he said that the biggest factor for determining long-term like lifespan, this is going to sound crazy, leg strength. Listen to that. Who here, question before we get into this, who here does squats, like goes and does a leg workout at least once a week, an actual leg workout? A leg workout. If you do legs, you will live longer. Think about that. If you do legs once or twice a week, you will live longer than the people that don't. Period. Full stop. Howard, buddy, you got to get back into it. Figure out a way. You must do legs, says this guy. You must. I know. I did my squats earlier, and I'm going to go after I do boxing. Or no, before I do boxing, I'm going to do some more squats. But I'll probably do what else? Anyway, yes, legs. It's the single most determinant factor for longevity. It's not, do you smoke? Do you this? Do you that? Legs. Do legs. Made me think I should do legs twice a week. I'm going to live twice as long. Anyway, back to DeSci. Decentralized science, DeSci, decentralized science, aims to tackle systemic inefficiencies in traditional scientific research, such as bureaucratic funding processes, true and agreed upon, underfunded breakthrough opportunities, True, although I don't know how you know what's a breakthrough opportunity until after the opportunity's already exhausted itself. And limited retail access to longevity investments. True, but man, that seems to me, I've always thought longevity investing was risky because it all sounds so zany and wacky. I just don't know. I just don't know who to give money to. So I have so far stayed away from it. SUI DeSci Agents, a platform which empowers retail audiences to invest in longevity research breakthroughs, is poised to become a leading project at the forefront of the upcoming trend. Hopefully, they'll have an index asset that you can just buy. I like that this is happening on SUI, but hopefully there's just an index asset you can buy that gives you some exposure to all of them. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Bio Protocols Binance listing. So on December 23rd, but a few days back, Binance posted a tweet announcing the launch of Bio Protocols Launchpad. Now users can stake their BNB and their FDUSD to earn Bio airdrops over 10 days with a Binance listing of Bio Protocol scheduled for January 3rd. It's kind of interesting. SUI DeSci Agents are at the forefront of decentralized science. So the SUI DeSci Agents, it's a platform for launching DeSci assets, and it will help you. They helps them automatically grow their audience using AI agents and generate liquidity with mechanics inspired by Pump.Fun. Woo! But listen, they did learn a lot from that dumpster fire over there. The whole goal of this DeSci Agents platform is to democratize access to longevity research investments for regular retail investors like the Joe Six Packs that we are. DeSci, there's actually a token, DeSci, offers a variety of features that make the project unique. I think the token is DESCI. Again, I'm not telling anyone to go out and get it. I'm saying I'm just reading from this article, so don't go out and start buying shit. Tokenized compounds. Users can bet on the potential of longevity compounds like epitalon and rapamycin. The first compounds to be launched by reviewing their scientific data and statistics. Seems like AI should be reviewing all that. They have pluggable AI agents, which are large language model trained AI agents paired with longevity compounds, and promote them 24/7 across social platforms, ensuring efficient outreach. That sounds a little spammy. Layer 2, liquidity. Pairing DESCI tokens with compounds creates a robust liquidity ecosystem tailored for DeSci. This seems tricky. Oh, God, I wouldn't even know where to invest. They have an AI-powered business-to-consumer product, wellness tools, which may attract millions of health enthusiasts, driving organic growth. I think it's cool for SUI. I don't know if we should be jumping in on this. But the number of DeSci supporters keeps growing, including people like Vitalik Buterin. Again, they're not supporting this project. They're just supporting decentralized science. Brian Armstrong is backing a company called Research Hub to drive open scientific collaboration. A16Z led a $5 million funding round for Amino Chain, a decentralized sample marketplace. And Pfizer participated in a $4.1 million funding round for Vita DAO, a project focusing on raising funds for research that expands human lifespan. Will 2025 be the year of DeSci? I don't know. Maybe. Pump.Science launched 2 tokens, which is Rifampicin and Urolithin A, which has since attracted market attention. Their market capitalizations reached 125 million and 45 million respectively within a few days. So people are investing in DeSci, but who knows what that means? I don't know how you would pick a winner when there's just all these drugs and all these little weird projects. And I mean, so many of these things hit the floor. They never go anywhere. I'm happy for SUI because it could be maybe some good volume across the, I guess it's taking the Pump.Fun idea, and instead of meme coins, these are like meme longevity projects. Maybe they make it. Mostly they won't. Some of them may have some cool science come out of them. If there was a way to own all of it or a piece of all of it, I think that'd be the best way. Maybe that token, maybe the DESCI token. I don't know. I don't know. That seems really, really niche and specific. So, but anyway, there you go. That's what's going on in the world of DeSci. So, woo, DeSci, yeah. All right. Okay. Does anybody have any kind of final end of the year general questions, general queries, or quandaries? Oh, Bitcoin gave up that 95. Now it's at 94. Oh, damn it. Although Ethereum's still sitting pretty. All right. I see you. Anything else exciting? What's going on? What's anything exciting? 425. Look at that. Less than 5 cents away. 4 cents and change from its all-time highs. Crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, do some squats. Oh, you could use some anti-aging cream. We could all use some anti-aging cream, right? Maybe you should do some squats to pick up some anti-aging cream. I agree. Well, I think DeSci will be just a greater, I think there will be some decentralized science projects that do gain funding one way or the other, and I think that'll be good. When do I see a pump coming? I see a pump coming in the second week of January, not the first week. I think there's going to be some tax behavior. There's going to be some profit-taking behavior. There's going to be some commission structuring behavior and thingies. I think we need to get past. I think we're going to have a not great start to 2025 in the equity space. I don't think the crypto space is going to be bad. I think it's going to start being good. From good to real good, my gut, second week. I don't know, but I don't know anything, man. What do I know? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing from nothing. So I would say, I think the second week, heading into second and third week, leading into the inauguration, I think there's going to be a lot of excitement. So I wouldn't want to be short with leverage. Nothing. Buddy, you can get one of those electronic leg stimulators. The ones that just electronically make your legs go, that I do every now and then. Yeah. I ought to put it upstairs and just do it right before I go to bed. Just do legs every night. Anyway. Okay. Let's call it a day. Let's go. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to let you out of class a few minutes early. I urge you all to go do something nice today. Something outside the realm of normal niceness. My nice thing is my friend who never splurges on shoes, like good shoes. I got him some of these shoes like that I have, but not the same color because these are my color. These badass Adidas. I got him like 2 or 3 pairs of them because he will never buy his own. He'll never buy good shoes for himself. So I'm getting him good shoes. He's going to get good shoes. And I didn't give him shit for Christmas. So he's thinking, oh, I don't got no Christmas gifts. Yeah, but he's got good shoes coming. And he doesn't watch this because most people don't want to actually learn about crypto. They just want to lament that all of us got money, got paid off of crypto. Anyway, so do something nice today so that you can end the year having done something nice today. Bam. So there you go. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything my poor insolvent drunk, strung on a meth grandmother wouldn't do, which is very little, as you know. And we will see you probably not tomorrow. I mean, I don't mind jumping on tomorrow, but I think most of you guys will be knocked out. I'll see if Brandon's going to be around, but otherwise, we'll definitely see you Thursday. And we'll see you in the chats. And welcome those of you that are new digital investors, and welcome those of you that are, if we have any new, I don't think we have any new private clients over the last few days. But anyway, it's going to be a pretty good 2025. I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Swerve home safely.
wide wandering mind, the seams have come undone. You've been telling lies to these eyes as if they'd never seen the sun. Now you've let your guard down and your heart is exposed. Now you've let your guard down, but how could you have known that I'm the big fish round here? You're a small fish. I could make you disappear. You should know this. I'm the big fish round here. You're a small fish. I could make you disappear. You should know this. I'm the big fish. All games you used to play, the rules were never clear. Smaller minds make easy prey when there's nothing left but fear. But now you've sung your heart out and there's nothing left to say.